Hey everyone, and welcome to another edition of TJ Plays with some AI and design system stuff. In this edition, I'm showing you a new feature that I'm proud to announce. This is called the Cloud Mode feature within Figma Console MCP. This is basically a remote connection that exposes a large majority of the tools that exist within your local connection. So it allows tools like Claude in the browser or V0 or your phone to be able to read and write from and to your Figma projects. So I will show you how that works. So this is Claude in the browser. I can say, use the Figma Cloud to give me a pairing token. And so this is the way it works. It gives you this little pairing token. It runs a tool to generate a pairing token. And then I take that token and then I plug it into the, let's see, I will open up my desktop bridge here. And you'll see it has this little cloud mode area right here where I can put in this little pairing token and then plug it in there and then connect to it. And then I can come back here and say, okay, I'm paired now. Can you tell me a little bit about my design system? So this should confirm that the connection has been paired. And then here it is. So let's see. It knows that it's tied to altitude. So that's the one. This is our design system, altitude design system. So it just jumped right into giving me information about it. So I'll just say something simple so that way. So I'm just reading from it. Now I want to write back to it. Can you please generate a page and add a few of our button components to it? I'm just trying to demo some write capabilities of this MCP. So while that's going, I will go over to Lovable and I'll do the same thing. Can you use the Figma Cloud MCP to generate a pairing token? So now I'm using a platform that's typically used to generate applications, and I'm connecting to the Figma Cloud MCP to be able to generate a token, and then now I'm going to get Lovable to write to my Figma projects and also read from it, so that way it can apply tokens and component styling to the things that it creates within the Lovable platform. So let's see how this one's doing. So it's running all these execute commands, and so let's go to this button demo page, and here it is. So they grabbed some buttons here, did an okay job here, but the cool thing is, this could be reiterated over, but the cool thing is that I did this from the browser. This wasn't from a local connection, which we typically, before this, were only able to do. So I have to allow this pairing plugin to do its thing. And then I also want to show you this. So this is my phone. So this is my actual mobile device. I'm using the mirroring feature. So I'm going to go in here to Figma Claude. To Claude my app and say, can you use the Figma Cloud to give me a pairing token? Oh, maybe I have to just type it in here. All right, so this is my mobile device, or at least mirrored from my mobile device. And it's pulling that tool. Here's my pairing token. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go over here into this one, and then I'm going to open up my plugin here, and then I'm going to pair it. And then now I'm connected. So I'm going to say, system, so tell me a little bit about the design system you're connected to. So this is just one of our demo design systems that we connect to. So here it is. It's connected to this. This is the design system that it's pulling from. I'll say, that's great. It's giving me all this information about it. Now, this is from a remote connection. This is from my phone. This is not connected to the local Figma project at all. Let me see if I can just say, tell me the name of the... So I just want to confirm that it is working and connected to this college town design system. And then I'm going to ask it to create something for me. Oh, it looks like it's trying to do something with the variables. Let's see. All right, over here, and here's the connection code for this one. So I'm going to connect this to a different one. So I have this third one up here, and I'm going to open up my desktop bridge. I'm going to go here. I'm going to connect to it. All right. So I've confirmed that I am connected now. Can you please tell me about this design system? All right, so I'll let that do its thing. Let's go back to my phone. And so it's just giving me more information. Let me try to get it to do something. Can you create a new page with button components? So now this one, let's see. So it's going to grab some information. What should the page include? Sure, primary. Let's just say a primary button. Medium and small. Go ahead. Sure. I like how it gives me a whole question and answer thing now. So just for the sake of time, I wanted to be able to do this relatively quickly. But when you think about this in terms of much larger scale, then you can use all these tools together and be able to, I got to allow this one, be able to use outside platforms rather than using Claude Code or Claude Desktop, which are local platforms. You can now use these external platforms to be able to read and write from your design systems. So I'm going to just have this run its thing. And then, okay, so this is from my phone right here. This is running commands from my phone, and it is communicating directly with a Figma project that I have locally through that little pairing token. So here's the Lovable side. It pulled all of this information from my local Figma, and then I can ask it to, can you generate a button in the likeness of this design system? So now that it has all that data from being paired with it, it should be able to effectively utilize all the information that it's getting from that project to be able to not just generate components in the likeness, also use the actual token values for any applications that we want to develop within Lovable. This also works with Replit or V0. You can actually make this work with Figma Make too, but I'm not sure if I understand what the benefits would be for that. So here it is gathering all the information. And so now I want to use it to generate something in the Lovable part, this Lovable canvas. But then once this is done, the idea is that I can take the thing that it generated and then ask Lovable to then generate it back in Figma. So you can go back and forth now with this cloud-based platform like Lovable, have it generate something using your token values, your components from your local Figma project, and then have it take that and then generate it as a design using those same components and those same token values in your Figma project, which is wild. So I've been having fun with this all weekend. So this is good. I can say, let's see, where are we at on here? So this one's still running through some things. Let's see if it's generated anything yet. Let's see where it goes with that. And see where we're Lovable. So some of these things take a little time. Looks like it's creating the button showcase page. So this should just be sounds like it's doing a lot of extra things that I didn't ask it to do, but sometimes that's what Lovable does. So here it is. It generated a bunch of components that are in the likeness of the design system that it is connected to. And let me just show you what maybe some of these buttons look like here so you can check the accuracy. We are here. Here's the buttons that I created, which is great. So that's awesome. I've got this lime green color that is connecting exactly with this lime green color. Got all of these little button pieces in there. So now I can say something like, can you generate a card component in a new page within the Figma file that you're connected to? So now, instead of getting Lovable to generate components within Lovable's canvas, now I'm telling Lovable to generate things within my local Figma project. It's wild how you can just like have these tools communicate back and forth now through this pairing process, that this new pairing process for the Figma Console MCP. Okay, so this is saying it's done. It created some buttons that are live on a buttons page. Let me see where I can go find where it created this. So that was the first iteration. And then here it is. Some buttons that it created. That's exactly from the buttons that are, let's see how much it compares to the buttons that are here, which is it. Great. So again, that was from my phone. So that connection remains. If I'm in a meeting or something and I need to hurry up and generate something within a Figma project, then I could do that as long as I'm staying paired here. And then I'll let this run for a little bit. So this one, Lovable, is connected to this design system. So what'll end up, here it is. It created the card component page, and then I'll let it run for a little bit. But it's just wild that now I have Lovable, which is typically a encapsulated platform that you just create things within it. It never really has any, or never thought that it would have the ability to create things outside of it. So now we're using Lovable to render our design system components and styles within Lovable, and then having it write back to the project that it's connected to and generate the things that it generated in Lovable, but now within the local project for our design system. So here it starts to do its thing, which is great. I'll let this run for a little bit, and then let's see what it generates. All right, so after letting it run for about 3 or 4 minutes, it produced this, which is a card component, and it is using a card component itself. It did use a couple of tools that all ran from the Figma Console MCP that are now available through this cloud remote connection. So anyway, have fun with it. It's freaking cool. I think it's awesome that you're able to like hook this up to these tools and not just utilize these tools to be able to pull and read information from your design systems, but you can also use tools like Replit and V0 to write back to your design system. So I love this exchange of knowledge and just the way that you can kind of workshop all these different ideas. And there is no canonical source anymore. It's like you can go back and forth between these different tools. And yeah, I'd love to see how you use this. I'd love to hear your feedback. And yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks, everybody.